Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to this Thanksgiving Day showdown between the Tennessee Thanks and the Georgia Giving. I'm Deke Shepard, and joining me is none other than Fan Account, the legend of live commentary. Fan, how are you feeling today?
Deke, I am stuffed full of turkey and ready for some football. This game is shaping up to be a classic. What better way to win off that pumpkin pie than by watching these two teams battle it out?
Couldn't agree more. The Thanks are coming in hot, with their quarterback, Tyrell Gravy, leading the league in stuffing her passing yards. Fan, what's Georgia Giving bringing to the table?
Deke, the Giving are all about defense. Their star linebacker, Cornelius Cornbread Jones, is known for gobbling up ball carriers like dire leftovers. If they can keep the Thanks out of the end zone, we're in for a defensive feast.
And let's not forget about the Thanks running back, Marcus Yam. He's been sweet all season, averaging over 100 yards per game. Georgia's going to have their hands full trying to stop him.
Speaking of full Deke, how about the crowd? These fans are louder than a Gerald efter headless of wine. Tennessee fans came dressed as pilgrims and Georgia as a fans. Full turkey costumes.
This rivalry is as old as Thanksgiving itself. Last year's game ended in a controversial call. Georgia claimed Tennessee's touchdown was a turkey trot, but the Thanks said it was a clean run. Fan, do you think we'll see any fireworks today?
Oh, absolutely. These two teams are hungrier than it was before the first course. Look out for a lot of big passes and maybe even a trick play or two. Georgia loves to pull out the taquitos.
And let's talk special teams. Tennessee's kicker, Benny Butterball Moore, has been automatic this season, while Georgia's punt returner, Zeke Cranberry, has taken 3 to the house. Who do you think has the edge?
It is a close Deke, but the edge gives edge to Georgia. They've been more consistent. Then again, it might all come down to WHO once it more. Let us just hope there is no stuff in the refs packets this year.
Well said, Fan. The smell of roasted turkey is in the air. Stick around, folks. It's Tennessee Thanks versus Georgia Giving. You won't want to miss a play.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Let us get ready to rumble.
It's the first quarter here at Turkey Bowl Stadium, and so far, the score is 0-0 between the Tennessee Thanks and the Georgia Giving. Fan, what do you make of this slow start?
Deke, I think both teams are still trying to shake off that Thanksgiving food coma. The Thanks just had a promise in drive stalled at the 20-yard line thanks to a big set by Cornelius Cornbread Jones.
Cornbread Jones has been all over the field, already 2 tackles for loss and a quarterback hurry. He's not giving Thanks any room to cook. Speaking of cooking, let's talk about Marcus Yam. He's only got 12 yards on the ground so far. Georgia's defense is stuffing the run like it's grandma's turkey.
You ran a trunk, Deke. You must have found his rhythm yet, and you can see the frustration on his face. Once decide, Georgia giving ese offense as they exactly be lighting it up. Their quarterback, Greg Blitz Thomas, has already missed 2 wide open receivers.
Yeah, Fan, it's been a rough start for Giblets. He's got a cannon for an arm, but so far, his aim's been about as shaky as a wobbly Jell-O mold. The Thanks secondary is feasting on these overthrows.
Speaking of feasting, how about that hit from Tennessee's linebacker Jimmy Mestete? Absolutely flattened Georgia as a titan, Kyle Cranberry on the third down play. That is the kind of defense we love to see on Thanksgiving.
No doubt, Fan. That tackle was as crisp as the skin on a deep-fried turkey. Let's see if Tennessee's returner, Robbie Rolls, can spark some life into this game.
That is the biggest play we've seen so far, Deke.
Absolutely, Fan. That return might be the momentum shift Tennessee needs. With great field position, Tyrell Gravy and company are trotting back onto the field. Can they finally break through the Giving defense?
We'll find out, Derek. Stay tuned, folks. There is a lot of game left, and something tells me the fireworks are just around the corner.
And that's the end of the first quarter, folks. After 15 minutes of play, the score is still 0-0 between the Tennessee Thanks and the Georgia Giving. Fan, this has been a defensive showcase, to put it politely.
Politely, Derek, let us call it what it is, a Thanksgiving that so far. Neither team can move the ball. Look at these stats. Tennessee has just 6 rushing yards, 1 first down. And the time of possession of only 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That isn't exactly how you show gratitude to your fans.
You're not wrong, fan. And Georgia Giving, they've managed to lose 1 yard on the ground and only controlled the ball for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It's like neither team wants to be here. Maybe they're still dreaming about second helpings of stuffing.
Or third helpings, Derek. I mean, what are we watching here? Both offenses are looking as dry as an overcooked turkey. Georgia es Greg Blitz, Thomas y 0 for -4 passing, and their rushing attack has been complete. The snap thought Tennessee es Franklin.
And on the other side, Tyrell Gravy hasn't been much better. He's 2 for 3, but his receivers haven't been able to do much after the catch. Marcus Yam, the Thanks star running back, has been completely bottled up. Fan, do you think either team can turn things around in the second quarter?
Well, Derek, something is got to give. If I am Tennessee, I am leaning on Tyrell Gravy to take some shots downfield. They begin to predictable with Serran, and Georgia's defense is gobbling it up. On the flip side, Georgia has got to figure out their offensive line issues. They're losing the battle in the trenches.
Agreed, fan. Both teams are playing with the urgency of a nap after Thanksgiving dinner. But hey, the good news is there's still plenty of football left, and maybe the second quarter will give us the spark we're waiting for.
Let us hope so, Derek, because right now the only thing cooking in this game is a punter's legs. Stick around, folks. This is still anyone's game, even if it has been as low as Malesa so far.
All right, folks, we've reached the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. And believe it or not, the score is still 0-0 between the Tennessee Thanks and the Georgia Giving. Fan, we've seen defensive battles before, but this feels like a stalemate in the trenches.
Calling this a defensive battle feels genius. It is more like a game of hot potato where nobody wants to hold on to the ball long enough to score. Both offenses are flattened and they load mashed potatoes and punters. They're running every bit of their Thanksgiving meal today.
You're not wrong, fan. Tennessee Thanks has only managed 35 total yards, while Georgia Giving isn't much better with 28. Neither team can string together a drive. And don't even get me started on third downs. Both teams are a combined 1 for -12.
It is painful that Tennessee is Tyrell Gravy just got sacked for the third time today. Que Tasiab Cornelius Cornbread Jones, WHOS been playing like a man possessed. Onda decide, Greg Blitz, Thomas Hesmistan at the wild low Parasive. At this point, I think that Asives are starting to wonder if ASF gotten the ran his team.
And don't forget about the running game or lack thereof. Marcus Yam for the Thanks has been held to just 8 rushing yards. Meanwhile, Georgia's running back, Theo Sweet Patoto, has managed a whopping, wait for it, 4 yards on 6 carries. These defensive lines are completely dominating.
It is like both offenses are running into a brick wall every play.
Well, folks, it's halftime here at Turkey Bowl Stadium. And if you were hoping for an offensive explosion, you're out of luck. The score remains 0-0 after 2 quarters of what we'll generously call football. Fan, I don't even know where to start.
The egg EA start for you. This has been the most uneventful Thanksgiving football game I've ever seen. Le terceras en ambas, Tennessee Thanks has a grand total of 15 yards, 8-11 ground, 7 through CEA, 2 touchdowns. En less than 5 minutes of possession. The Tessenatastetline, the Tessa cry for help.
And Georgia giving isn't exactly inspiring confidence either. -3 rushing yards, 16 passing yards for a total of 13 yards of offense. They've managed just 1 first down and have barely edged Tennessee in time of possession at 5:05. Fam, these offenses are in reverse.
It isn't like they're recompeting for WH o Candoles with the ball. Tyrell Gravy and Greg Hiblets, Thomas R. Ball having games to Feret. Gravy is 3 of -6 for 7 yards and Hiblets is 2 of -8 for 16. Ni the quarterback can find any rhythm. And both offensive lines are leaking west than a Gravy ball with a crack in it.
And the running game isn't much better. Marcus Yam's been completely bottled up with 8 yards, and Georgia's Theo Sweetpotato is sitting at negative yardage. The defenses are having a field day, led by Cornelius Cornbread Jones for Georgia and Jimmy Mashed Tater for Tennessee.
The egg, let us be honest, these defenses are saving this game from being completely unwatchable. Cornbread Jones has 2 sacks, a tackle for loss, and a pass deflection. And Jimmy Tate? Ese been living in Georgia, ese backfield do leftenun.
No doubt, fan. But it's halftime now, and both teams need to make some serious adjustments. If you're Tennessee, do you open up the playbook and try something wild? A flea flicker, a fake punt, maybe even an end around.
At this point, the egg either try anything. Same goes for Georgia. Trick plays, deep shots, maybe even gives a kicker a chance to see if it can break the tie. Because right now, neither team looks capable of driving the length of the field.
Well, it's still anyone's game, and the second half is bound to bring us, well, hopefully something. Stick around, folks. We're halfway through the third quarter here at Turkey Bowl Stadium, and believe it or not, we're still locked at 0-0. Fan, I'm not sure if this is a defensive masterpiece or an offensive disaster, but it's certainly something.
The egg, this game is redefining certain scoreless, we deep into the dead water, and both teams still haven't snapped the reason. At this point, you will be surprised if se and son as web sonite. Tennessee Thanks has just 18 total yards now. And Georgia giving has managed to close their way up to 15 yards, riveting stuff.
The defenses are continuing to dominate, no doubt about it. Cornelius Cornbread Jones just recorded his 3rd sack of the game. We've made it to the 4th quarter here at Turkey Bowl Stadium, and the score remains, well, it's still 0-0. Fam, I'm running out of Thanksgiving puns, but this game feels like trying to cut into a frozen pumpkin pie. Absolutely nothing is happening.
The egg, you're right. At this point, the defenses aren't just dominating, they've completely hijacked the game. Let us go over the stats real quick because, honestly, they're astounding. Tennessee Thanks has a total of 27 yards, 5 rushing, 22 passing with 4 first downs. Their time of possession, just 8 minutes and 24 seconds. Meanwhile, Georgia giving is sitting at -1 rushing yard and 16 passing yards for a grand total of 15 yards, 1 first down all game.
It's hard to believe these are professional football teams, fan. The giving offense has been absolutely anemic. Greg Giblets Thomas has completed just 3 passes all game, and Theo Sweetpotato has been buried in the backfield more often than not.
And DTS not like the things are lighting it up either. Tyrell Gravy has been under constant pressure, sacked 5 times now, and Marcus Yem has been completely shut down. Both offenses are running on fumes or maybe just taking risks.
Fan, I hate to say it, but this game might come down to which team can punt the best. Both defenses have been stellar. Cornelius "Cornbread" Jones for Georgia Giving has 4 sacks, and Jimmy "Mashed" Tater has been a one-man wrecking crew for the Thanks. But someone's got to break through eventually, right?
Deg, ifite do este happen soon, we might be headed for Serrera's top Thanksgiving treats, a 0-0 tie. But I tell you this, the fans here deserve. They've been weaving techie like send inflatable drumsticks for hours now. And they think they're just as frustrated as we are.
Well, here we are. Tennessee has the ball 3rd and 9 from their own 30-yard line. Gravy's in the shotgun. Can he finally deliver something? Here's the snap. He drops back, looks, fires. And oh, it's dropped by tight end Peter Stuffing at the sticks. You could hear the groans from the crowd on that one.
Deg, you've got to feel for Gravy. That was one of his best throws all day, and Stuffing just covered the hold on. It has been that kind of game. Here comes the punt team again.
And the Giving will take over at their own 20 after a fair catch. At this point, fan, do you think either team has it in them to mount a game-winning drive?
Deg, y ella believe it when he see it. But with less than 10 minutes to go, somebody has to step up.
Folks, it's official. We are heading into overtime here at Turkey Bowl Stadium. And somehow, the score is still 0-0. Fan, this might be the least productive football game we've ever witnessed, but it's also impossible to look away. What's your take as we gear up for extra time?
Deg, I've seen more offense at a backyard football game after 3 loads of Stuffing. Both teams have combined for a whopping 78 total yards, that is less than most teams get in a single drive. Tennessee Thanks just 38 yards, including un rushing yard. And Georgia Giving us 40 yards with a grand total of 2 rushing yards. It is hard to wrap my head around.
And don't forget, fan, neither team has come close to the red zone. Both defenses have been absolutely dominant, led by Cornelius "Cornbread" Jones and Jimmy "Mashed" Tater. But this isn't just about great defense, it's about offenses that have been completely stuck in neutral.
Neutral? Deg, these offenses have been in reverse all game. Tyrell Gravy for Tennessee and Greg Hiblets Thomas for Georgia Giving have been battered, sacked, and pressured into oblivion. Neither team as a playbook has anything creative, and their ground games have been non-existent.
Yet here we are, heading into overtime. For those unfamiliar with the rules, each team will get a possession from the opponent's 25-yard line. And if we're still tied after that, it goes to sudden death. But fan, given how this game has gone, I wouldn't be surprised if we're here until dessert.
Igual te Deg, but overtime is the perfect chance for someone anyone to be the hero. Maybe Tyrell Gravy finally connects with Pete Stuffing, or Teos with Potato breaks loose for Georgia. This is when legends are made, or at least when someone can save this game from being a complete turkey.
Georgia Giving won the toss and will start with the ball at the Tennessee 25-yard line. Here we go, folks. Can the Giving finally give us something to cheer about? Greg Thomas takes the snap, rolls out, fires downfield, and it's picked off. Tennessee's cornerback, Cranston Cranberry, intercepts it in the end zone.
Finally, Deg, Marquez Yen finds end zone, and Tennessee Thanks wins this Thanksgiving thriller in overtime.